Hi. Recently I was trying to get Mixins working with NeoForge because I'm kind of new to modding. And I realized there was literally no resources out there at the time of making this video. Uh, so I thought I would just make a quick tutorial for my own reference and for anyone who wants to know how to do it. So I'm going to set up a NeoForge project and then set up Mixins in the NeoForge project. So here we go. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to NeoForge, go to their website, try to download their MDK, which is their mod development kit. So we go to the NeoForge project right here. What you can do is you can, where is it? And go here. Go to the MDK list down here. I want to click on MDK 121 NeoGradle and go right here and click download with zip. For me, I'm just going to drag to the desktop because that makes it easier for demonstration. Then what we're going to want to do is we're going to click on this, and this will be your mod. I'm also just going to drag it to the desktop to make things easy. You probably want to put it somewhere else, but I'm going to rename it to test. It's the name of the mod. Next you're going to want some sort of mod loader. I prefer IntelliJ IDEA. It's really good, and also it has a plugin that makes this a lot easier. IntelliJ IDEA is free, you just need to make sure you download the community version. So let's see. Got test loaded up right here, just magically chose it. Let's see. First you're going to want to go to the mods.toml. NeoForge is really nice because compared to Forge it makes it a lot easier for setting this up. All you really got to do is change a few things in here. So we're going to start by taking this, Control H. It's the loader version. At the time of making it, the version we have to type in is something like 2 to this, which I think it's saying is currently version 2. This is how you would do that. Make sure you've replaced everything. Then for the license, I'm going to be doing the MIT license. Mod ID. Mod ID for this is example mod. So I'm just going to be using that. You just gotta make sure it's changed on every part. Mod version. This is not the actual version like up here. This is just the version of your mod, so I'm just going to do 1.0.0. Change the display mod. Call it example mod. Go to our authors. Just put your name in. Description. Example. Yeah, nice little example. Next thing we're going to want is right here. This is where you enable your mixins. You're just going to take this and this, uncomment both of those. You can call this whatever you want, but this always has to be the same. Or when I say whatever you want, it needs to be whatever your mod ID is. So in this case, it's example mod. It's example mod right here. So then what you got to do is you can put it in the resources folder. From what I've seen on the Discord, you might be able to put it anywhere in the resources folder, but it's probably safest just to put it right here. So I'm going to copy the name, GNU file, paste it right there. This next part can be kind of confusing, but what you actually need to do is I pulled this in from the Fabric version. You can see right here, this is what the general setup of it is. Bam. Call this example. You're mostly just gonna have to copy this. You're also going, yeah, get rid of these. There's gonna be a bunch of errors. That's because we need to properly set everything up. But as you can see right here, this part's red. It's because it's looking for a Mixin folder right here. So you gotta add a new Mixin folder. Bam, there you go. And then right here, it's looking for a Mixin file. You know, there is none because we haven't made it yet. So I'm gonna call this test Mixin. This is red. It's like that doesn't exist, and it's totally right. So we gotta make it over here as well. And you go over here, see it's all happy. Now it's mad because it's not a Mixin file. Technically, it's not a Mixin class. So in order to fix that, we gotta do this, Mixin, and we gotta specify what object we're trying to edit. And so for this example, I'm gonna do the item class. So class, import this class right here. And then we're gonna wanna choose what method we want to do. So I'm gonna do like public void. It's usually gonna be public void. I don't think there's any reason to do this. Again, I'm a beginner to this too, so, but this is how to set it up. I'm gonna call it use test because we're gonna be testing the use. And then in order to test the use, what you need to do is you need to let's see, inject method equals, and then for this, it's useful to have a certain plugin. If you go over to here, and you go to, where is it? I think it's in settings. Settings, plugins, right there. You're going to want this one Minecraft plugin. See if you can, this one, Minecraft development. You want to download that, and you might need to restart your IDE. But once you do that, you can pretty much type in whatever method you want right here, and it will do that. And for this, you'd be like, oh, well, it's use, you know, use is pretty easy. But let's see if I can find an example of one. It's a bit harder because sometimes they need this really long string of text that's really hard to like type. Whatever. Just know you need that to do this. And we're going to be doing use. Next, let's see. What's the issues is that for this use method, which I think we should be able to, it's not letting us. But for this use method, you need to have the same method header. And so, luckily, this fixes it right there. You also need a few more things here, I forgot. So you're going to do at equals at. This kind of specifies where in the method you want to inject this like code, because you're editing the Minecraft code directly. And so you can find more of that on the documentation, but I'm just going to do head. Then we're going to want to do, let me see, okay, right here, cancelable. Cancelable to true. I think that what this does is it lets you return early, but I'm not sure. So just add. You just need this though in order to get it to run. Finally, I'm just gonna do like player kill. Bam. Save that. Now when we go to tasks, Gradle runs, run the client. Should work. Might not.
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Awesome. All right. Continue. Let's see. Creative. Actually, I want super flat. Then when we find an item to use, so if I say want to do a trident, and I'll also get stake. So you'd think intuitively uses right clicking, which it definitely did when I clicked on the stake. But some items like the trident doesn't count. Probably they might not be in the item class, I'm not sure. But you can see I don't die when I do that one. But if I get a stake again, I try to eat it, I die. And I mean, that should be all. Good luck, hopefully that was helpful. Yeah.